But it reminded me of when I've told this story before. He called, like, we were hanging out at his house, and he's like, "Yo," like he lived like. I don't want to say where he lived because people are going to find out who it is. But he's like, let's go to the woods. And I was like, all right, let's go to the woods. He's like, meet me behind this thing over here. And I was like, all right, word. So I went over and I was like, I was like, there was nothing going on. I was like, this is fucking whatever, just fellas hanging out in the woods. He had attached to the end of a chain a bike lock, which and not a bike lock, just any kind. It was a combination lock.
Yeah.
A combination lock, and it just fucking, boom, and just fucking. I woke up.
Hit you?
Hit you!
Yeah,
Hit you like in the
hit
face?
me in the fucking side of the head, dude. And I just woke up just staring at trees.
John, that's attempted murder.
Bro, you are so lucky.
And he's like, whoa, I didn't think it was gonna happen like that. What did you
Dude.
think was gonna happen?
Because
I'm surprised that didn't just go through your whole skull.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, when you first started that story and you went to the woods and he was swinging a lock around the chain, awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
That's
thought
something I want to
maybe
do.
some dead animals, or you
Yeah.
broke some windows. No, you just.
I didn't know that he was going to assault you.
Because he fucking smoked me in the side.
I remember an older kid on the basketball team. He was like, this is gonna sound worse than it and ended up as I start to tell the story. But because he was an older kid, I just listened to him. He was like, bend over and touch your toes. And like take 10 deep breaths. And then I stood up and he did the thing where you just squeeze the person behind and you pass out.
I had that happen. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember, so I just was like, and he's like, okay, now stand up. And he, I think he said like cross your arms. He grabs me. And then I just woke up with a knot on my head, looking up at them, going, "Oh fuck, it worked." I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
I think one said, "Oh fuck, it worked." The other one was like, "Don't tell your mom."
No, I always had the one guy who they would choke you out and you'd pass out. And you wake up and you're like, why?
Why did you do that?
Why?
It is funny.
Crazy.
I'd be interested to do a study on all male human brains. I'm sure football's worse. But if you
whenever we went through, it was just as bad.
Everyone who was
I played
just
football too.
a kid
Yeah, you doubled up.
for a while, like before helmets became a thing.
Sure.
Bro, I was talking about this the other day. We have a meeting. We have to leave this soon. But I was talking about this the other day where, like, the era, like the fact that we now live in the dog shit bag era is so incredible. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, when I came home, like, check your shoes was a line.
For sure.
Because dog shit was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It was just like, my mom was like, before you come in the house, check your shoes.
Yeah.
And, like, I wasn't hanging out in
Like manure
shepherd
fields.
fields.
Yeah.
Like, I was just playing football with my friends down at the high school or, like, whatever.
Well,
Like,
apparently some of your
there
friends
was-
were.
Yeah.
And there were yaks
There was some
around.
hubcaps
apparently.
involved. I don't know.
That was high school when I was growing up was a different
Different
time.
story.
But it was like, I was like, that is crazy that, like,